to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your boy. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain. Well, we got to go with today, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. We are still talking about Adele Tac. Adele Tac committed to the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball program on Friday. Adele Tac is a Gamecock. She is a Gamecock. We are going to dive deeper with that. We're going to talk about some recruiting. We're going to talk about creating a new legacy for this brand of Gamecocks. We have a whole bunch of players who's going to create their own legacy. New group, same goals. Let me say that again. New group, same goals. It ain't changed, y'all. It has not changed for the South Carolina Gamecock women's program. The goal is still to win a championship. We're going to dive deep in that, and then we're going to talk some Notre Dame. It is game week, y'all. It is game week. We play November 6th. November 6th against Notre Dame. We got some basketball. We are diving deep. Let's talk about it. Let's go. Adele Tac. Yeah, you just saw her. That's what she's bringing to the Gamecocks. Adele Tac is bringing that to the Gamecocks. Something that's really needed. Something that is needed for all the fans of Gamecocks. We're talking about a 6'6" post player. A 6'6" post player who's currently ranked 33rd in the country. 33rd in the country. Now, with that being said, she is not a 33rd ranked country type player. She is not. She is a top 20 player in the country. Okay? She didn't play since January because of an undisclosed injury. There was a time where she was ranked number 12 in the country. Let me say that one more again. She was 12th in the country. After an injury, she dropped to 33rd. Adele Tac is a 5-star talent who is currently going to be a South Carolina Gamecock. She is bringing size. She is bringing length. She is bringing a type edge from Dallas, Texas that we need on this basketball team in the post. It couldn't have happened at a better time. Yeah, we are post-university. We are post-university. We bring in dynamic post players and they go on to the league and do great things. They do great things. Adele Tac is another notch in the belt for post-university. She is 6'5", 6'6". It's gonna bring, yeah, she's gonna bring in size. She's gonna bring in size. Yeah, she's gonna bring in block. She's gonna block shots. She's gonna intimidate other players. She's gonna bring that presence that we need, and it's just something special. It's something special when the Gamecocks are able to go to other states that we have not had a great legacy in getting and bringing in top talent. Now, we had a great legacy in bringing in players from Texas. You have to go all the way back to what? With Kelsey Bone? Kelsey Bone from Texas? That didn't work out too well. But Adele Tac is going to be dynamic for the Gamecocks. And it shows that the web that Don Staley can cast goes way out. Goes way out. Not just on the East Coast. Not just in the South. Not just having that fence around South Carolina. But it goes way out, which bodes well for one Kennedy Smith. Bodes well for Kennedy Smith, who I hear is between UCLA and one South Carolina. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. And if Kennedy Smith decides to be a Gamecock, that means we've dived deep into California. And we dived deep in California. We pulled one out of Texas, wherever we could go. We already got Tessa Johnson from Minnesota. We've got a multitude of players from Ohio. We got different players from everywhere, but Kennedy Smith from California is the next really target, I would say. Joyce Edwards obviously is our target, but she's from the crib. We can send an Uber for Joyce. It's easy. It's easy. Of which she had her official visit this past weekend, and by all sites on the Instagram that I saw, she had a great old time. She had a great old time chopping it up with the girls. Had a great old time having fun with those Chloe Kits. I seen it all on Instagram. I seen it all. It is looking really, really good for Gamecocks, y'all. It is looking really, really good. The recruiting thing is really going very well for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Maddie McDan, 12th in the country. Adele Tac, 33rd in the country. We got the point guard of the future. We got the center of the future. We're about to get the wing of the future in Kennedy Smith at 6'1". Then we're going to get the four, the three of the fours, let's say 3.5. She can play 3 or 4. And Joyce Edwards. It's going to be a dynamic class for South Carolina if things continue to hold well. But it was all about Adele Tac on Friday. It was all about her and the whole big old pep rally and everything showing the Gamecock shirt. And like I've said for weeks and weeks, Adele Tac was always going to be a Gamecock. She was always going to be a Gamecock. It was written in the stars. It was written in the stars for Adele to be a Gamecock. It was. It's the perfect place for her. And obviously she felt the same way. Her and her family felt the same way. It's going to be awesome for Adele Tac over the next 4 years to see the growth that she has. Hell, it's going to be awesome watching her this her senior season to see what growth she has, because she got something to prove. She has something to prove because she ain't played since January. So she got something to prove, something to show what some of these teams or some of these players who are ranked ahead of her, who I don't believe that is the case. I don't believe it. I just don't. It's just going to, but it's all going to be in the wash. It's all going to be in the wash. Today is October 3rd. You're going to see other rankings. You're going to see other polls. You're going to see other stuff that comes out, and some going to go up, some going to go down. But what I believe, and Adele Tac going to finish off as a top 25, top 20 type recruit, is going to be a McDonald's All-American and going to be another McDonald's All-American for the South Carolina Gamecocks. We're already going to have Maddie McDan going to be a McDonald's All-American. We know that. We already know that Joyce Edwards is going to be McDonald's All-American. We know that Kennedy Smith is going to be a McDonald's All-American. We're going to mess around and have 4 McDonald's All-Americans in this recruiting class going forward. We already got 2. We 2 for 2. We just need 2 more. 2 for 2. We batting 1,000 right now. Just need 2 more. And it's going to be a wrap for the next 4 years. To go along with the number 2 ranked recruiting class from last season, which included Malaysia Fulwiler, who was a generational super duper star, goes on with Chloe Kiss, who was 17th ranked in the country, goes on with Tessa Johnson, 25th ranked in the country, and goes on with Sania Feigin, who's 40th ranked in the country. Oh yeah, we stacking classes on top of classes for this time and forevermore. And then we're going to move on to the 2025 class. I salute you, Adele Tac, for committing to the South Carolina Gamecocks. I salute you, girl. Welcome home. This new group of South Carolina women's basketball players have a chip on their shoulder. They have a chip on their shoulder because all you hear about is the players that left. All you hear about is Aaliyah Boston, Bree Bill, Zaya Cook, Letitia Me here. That's all you hear. That's all you hear. We hear about the Victoria Sacks, the 5 players who got drafted into the W. That's all we hear. We hear about, we got to replace 5 starters. This new group of South Carolina Gamecocks have something to prove. They have something to prove because they are being doubted before the ball is even bounced, because of what they lost, because of what was gone, what have left and went to the W or went to play overseas or whatever the case may be. They don't think that this group of Gamecocks can continue that legacy of championship medal. They don't believe they can. They don't believe that's going to happen. But I'm here to tell y'all, because somebody made a comment and said that just like, talking about the Boston Celtics when Boston was down and the thing was, Larry Bird ain't walking through that building. Robert Parrish ain't walking through that building. Kevin McHale ain't walking through that building. So you're just trying to tell me that, Aaliyah Boston ain't walking through that building. Bree Bill ain't walking through that building no more. Zaya Cook ain't walking through that building. So we just not going to be a good basketball team because those players were gone. Now that they gone. But I'm here to tell you that here's a fun fact. We won a championship in 2022, right? There was a team that won the championship in 2017, and it was not Aaliyah Boston, Zaya Cook, and Bree Bill was not on that squad. There are championship. We reload at South Carolina, okay? We reload at South Carolina. There's this whole thing called recruiting. There's this thing called recruiting, okay? It might be a relic right now because right now everybody's on the transfer portal, everybody's on the NIL, everybody on that space, but it's this old thing they call recruiting. Recruiters is when you actually have a conversation with a player. That player might be in the 11th grade. That player might be in the 9th grade. That player might be in the 8th grade because 8th grade is when Joyce Ellis was actually offered a scholarship offer by the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball program. There's this thing where you actually nurture those recruits, okay? Those players to become a Gamecock, okay? That is something called recruit. Then when you go into the living room, when you go into the kitchen and you break bread with the mama and the daddy, and you eat some collard greens and some fried chicken and drink some red Kool-Aid. It's this whole thing that goes down. Which is when you're breaking bread and talking about what the academics and the athletics for the Dutch school. Now, everything is all about the NIL. Everything is now about how many dollars I can get on the Instagram, how many dollars I can get on the Facebook, the TikTok, those things like that. South Carolina always recruit, okay? We lost 7 players. We did. We lost 7 players. Of those 7 players, 5 of them were starters. Of those 5 starters that was gone, 5 of them got drafted by the W, okay? We lost a lot. We did. But here's a fun fact, ladies and gentlemen. Fun fact is we're turning 6 players who are McDonald's All-Americans. I'm going to start with the first one. Let's start with the first one, Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson has returned. Raven Johnson was 2nd ranked in our recruiting class, 2021. Okay? Let's start with Raven. Then we can move on to who else came back. Bree Bill, Bree Hall. Breezy Hall came back. Bree Hall was 14th in her recruiting class. Who else? Let's go with Sania Feigin. Sania Feigin was second ranked in her recruiting class. Kamilla Cardoso, 6th woman of the year in the SEC, was 10th ranked in her recruiting class. Okay, should I go on? Should I keep on going? Yeah, I will. Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins was 12th ranked in her recruiting class. Chloe Kitts was 17th ranked in her 2023 recruiting class, decided to jump early and come on to the Gamecocks in December. Those are the 6 returning players. Okay, wow. All McDonald's All-Americans. I know some of y'all are going to fact check me and say Chloe Kitts was not a McDonald's All-American. She would have been a McDonald's All-American, but she decided to skip her prom. She decided to skip her graduation. She decided to skip her senior trip. She decided to skip all those senior festivities and decided to be a Gamecock. And she also skipped being a McDonald's All-American. So I'm saying we have 6 returning McDonald's All-Americans on this basketball team. Name one other school that had that, Okay? 6 of them. 6 returning from 6 McDonald's All-Americans returning back to the school, back to the team. Okay, then we enter the transfer portal. And you got Hina PaoPao, who was All Pac-12 3 times. Oh, she was McDonald's All-American too. She was 7th ranked in her recruiting class. Then you got Sakima Walker, Junior College Player of the Year. Okay, she was not a McDonald's All-American, but she was Junior College Player of the Year, coming in to fill a role for the South Carolina Gamecocks. And then you dive a little deeper, and you got the second-rate recruiting class. Second-rate recruiting class. Who is a multitude of McDonald's All-American. Yeah, we had 3 of them. I mean, you just can't the cupboard is not bare for the South Carolina Gamecocks. The cupboard is not bare. You may not know the names. But the cupboard is not bare. The talent is there. We have a multitude of talented players that are ready to create their own legacy, to create their own footprint on the women's college basketball scene. And I can't wait to see it, because you're being doubted before the season even starts, because you don't know, because you don't dive deep in recruiting and know what we have. But I'm here to tell you, this is what Captain Will does. This is what I do. I dive deep in recruiting. I know y'all out there working. I know y'all out there having a good old time, working hard, spending time with your family. But you know what? I already work. I already did 22 years in the Army. This is what I do. I love basketball. So you ain't got time to watch it, see everything. You ain't got time to pull up every recruit. I do. And I'm going to spread the word to y'all. So I'm letting you know, we got a special team. Regardless of what ESPN says, regardless of what Charlie Kareem says, we have a special team on this upcoming year. A special team. And we ain't being talked about right now. So it's easy to say what we lost. But come February, March, April time frame, you're going to know who the hell we are then. And we're going to be something special this upcoming year. New players, same goals. And that is championships, and championships. Game week, y'all. It is game week against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish in Paris. November 6th on ESPN at 1 o'clock at 1300 hours. It's going down. We playing Notre Dame, 10th ranked in the country, returning 3 starters. One of those starters is injured. She will not be playing. We're talking about Olivia Miles. She will not be playing. But they are returning two starters. They went 27-6 last year, won the ACC regular season. They are ready to ball. Went to the Sweet 16. And over the course of the week, we're going to break down each starter that we have to worry about this upcoming season. For the first game, that's how we're going to do the breakdowns. Every day, starting tomorrow, we're going to break down one particular player for the opposing team, and we're going to break it down how we need to stop her or negate her, or whatever the case may be. We're going to start the breakdown with Notre Dame tomorrow. Notre Dame is a real team, and only real teams play other real teams. We can open up with Francis Marion. We could have opened up with CPCC. We could have opened up with Tatum Tech. But we opening up with Notre Dame, and they're going to finish that off with a Maryland ranked number, 14th in the country on November 12th. But we're going to start with Notre Dame. Also, on Wednesday, we're going to do another live show. It was so much fun. We got to do it again. Another live show on Wednesday at 8 o'clock p.m. We're going to do another live show. We're going to have so much fun. The game is on next Monday. We're going to do a live show right after the game next Monday. It is going down. It is game week. Let's go. This includes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Let's go.